What's going on, everybody? We are back with another episode of Fins and Feathers, episode number 34. Yeah.
Really?
Yep, 34.
Wow.
I've sat down here at this, right here at this
right here
34 times so far.
Yeah.
You've been a part of for a lot of it. I mean, we're about to, what I would consider wrap up season 1, which was a big learning curve. We got to meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
We're still meeting new people, and it's been pretty excited all so far. And I said this on the last podcast, but we had a couple things we had to fix, but tonight will be recorded. Right now. It's being recorded. We discussed before we started, is it awkward if we just talk across? Do we need to look at the camera? I don't have 2 cameras set up yet to do over the shoulder and hit all the little buttons over here and sit here and click back and forth. Yeah, I don't have that yet. I have the capabilities of doing that. Do I have the attention span to sit here and do that? No, I do not. I don't.
Yeah, but do people do that live, though, or
yes,
do they do it?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, man. It seems like it'd be much easier just to do that after the fact.
Let me tell you who does it?
I probably know.
Big honker.
Yeah.
Andy does it, and Andy is he's like
smooth.
You got to keep your wits about you a lot of time. Now,
Yeah.
I do think he does record it all in, and then he edits it on the back end some. But yeah, he does a lot of it live. We do have lights. Psh, psh. Yeah, it gets very, very dark when they're off.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got lights, so that's pretty awesome. So pretty much, yeah, we're moving up slowly. We're working on a little advertising deal right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we started out slow hunting too, so.
Yeah. This is the learning curve here has been a little better than it was waterfowl hunting.
There's a specific list somewhere on Google, and it's talking about like the worst states for waterfowl. Number 1 worst state for waterfowl hunting is Hawaii. Guess what number 2 is, everybody? West Virginia. Which I don't get. Like, maybe it just is that bad. And
I don't get. They've got to be, but I don't know about.
Which, realistically,
West Coast is amazing. We're kind of too far. I feel like Kentucky's not.
We're too far east for the Mississippi Flyway, and we're too far west for the good part of the Atlantic Flyway.
Yeah.
Is why that I think we made the list for that.
Why are we ranked so far below Ohio?
Dude, because Ohio's got the Great Lakes.
Okay, yeah,
and I read that evidently their DU put some kind of like 1,000-acre impoundment just south of, I forget which city, but just below the Great Lakes. And man, it is, I mean, looks like a pretty good spot to go. I'm sure everybody in northern Ohio hunts there. But it's like
I actually remember hearing about that place.
It's like what McClinic is for us. Like, it's got roads, everything's divided up, and there's, but
it's probably like 7 times the size of that.
There's like 70 marshes that are sectioned off.
Yeah,
that you can hunt. It looks pretty cool. I mean, I'd like to go up there just because. I mean,
yeah, I wonder. Yeah, that would be interesting.
I don't know that they get that many like puddle ducks, but it'd be a good chance for us to like mark some divers off our list.
Yeah, I'd really
because like I've not shot. I mean, I'm
actually
pretty sure I killed a redhead once, but it dove on me.
Yeah, we think yeah, you did kill one on the Ohio.
Yeah, Tyler killed a canvas on the Ohio, a bull canvas too. Which those things have a reputation for being like pretty fun to shoot. Like, they're pretty sporty ducks.
I mean, there was a lot of canvasbacks got shot last year. A lot of redheads got shot last year.
Yeah,
ringnecks are pretty common for getting shot here.
Yeah.
Seen a golden eye or 2 be shot here.
Yeah.
Nothing like crazy golden eyes. Not like
ruddy
this.
Ducks.
I have seen those get shot here.
Ruddy ducks. Bufflehead.
Yeah, bufflehead. Yeah, I mean, those are
few and far between.
Yeah,
but it happens. People can seal the deal on them.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That would be very interesting. But before we move any farther, we're still giving away.
Yeah.
The
Fins and Feathers koozies, guys. Come on, jump on this opportunity. They're free.
Won't focus. Oh no, it won't focus.
Give it
but
to
watch
me.
this.
I'll make it focus.
No, watch this.
Okay.
Watch this. Oh, you can't see. I
can't see it.
Yeah, watch this. Bam, right there. I can switch to this view. Focus this right up. Yeah, we're giving away these koozies. It's free. All you gotta do is go do a review. We gave away 8 so far. We're giving away 25. And the main idea, oh no, because I don't know how to do this yet. Bam, there we go.
We've got 8 so far, though.
Yeah, we've got 8.
Like 8 people have correctly given the 5-star review, and
They don't have to give 5-star. I said they could give us 2 as far as I'm concerned.
oh, Nate, they got to be 5s. Guys, they got to be 5s. 5 stars.
I
We got to be high. We got to be rated high in the waterfowl stuff, dude.
So me and Clark talked about this on the way down the road, which we're going to jump to where me and Clark went.
Yeah.
But we are most likely, I can probably put a pretty high number on this. We are the number 1 waterfowl podcast in West Virginia. Prove us wrong.
We are the number 1 waterfowl podcast in West Virginia.
Yeah, right there. I'm going to start that slogan.
Yeah.
That's our new slogan. That's the title of this. Number 1 waterfowl podcast in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Check us out.
But we're not like strictly a waterfowl podcast either.
It don't matter.
So it's hard to...
It don't matter. We're still waterfowl.
We are predominantly waterfowl, in case you guys haven't realized.
We are.
I mean, we talk about waterfowl. I mean, I talk about waterfowl from
every time,
June
almost every episode
like
we talk
February,
about waterfowl.
Like June to February.
Yeah, these are our 3 subjects that we usually hit: waterfowl, media, and then usually
whatever's in season.
Yeah, whatever's in season, whether it's fishing, deer, turkey, whatever. So like every episode, we almost hit all those. We're actually going to hit pretty much all those tonight. We're going to hit all those tonight.
Cool.
But for a little fun fact, since this is going to be on the YouTube, if you go over to the YouTube, here we go. Go on YouTube, and how many 28 gauge shells do you think is in this boss bag? This is a boss bag full of 28 gauge shells. See if you can comment and guess how many shells are in the bag if you made it this far.
And I'll even give you a hint. They're 2 3/4 inch shells, not 3 inch.
And they're 28 gauge.
2 3/4 inch, 28 gauge. Let us know how many you think's in the bag.
Yeah. But kind of moving on now, we're gonna talk about where me and Clark went to first. Let's do that first.
Yeah. Tell it.
So
tell it.
We've started shooting a video that's going to be posted in probably end of February. When it even starts to be posted. It won't be posted before then. Photos will be, maybe snips, teasers, not a lot. But we went and picked up the Excel. Finally have it. It's here at the house. Last podcast, I was like, it might happen, it might not. I don't know what's going on. It happened. I got it. Gave up a couple things, but gained it in value. So by value, I mean price drop.
Yeah. So
like the dealer, because of the whole situation, made sure to beat pretty much every other dealer because I was threatening to withdraw my order because I was trying to double check myself to make sure he wasn't lying to me because I've had a bad experience with a boat dealership.
Yes.
And I am pretty open about that bad situation. I'd say everyone who
no one knows who it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we've never said on here.
I don't trust me.
We've never said on here who it was.
Okay. But yeah, they
it was a bad deal.
It was a bad deal. They didn't make it right. They made me pay to make it right, which was crap. I lost a lot of money. That boat's gone. There's nothing wrong with that boat when I sold that boat. That boat was actually in perfect condition. But I had too much of a bad taste in my mouth, and every time I looked at it, that's what I thought about. It's kind of one of those ordeals where, like...
just get rid of it.
Yep. But we got the new Excel.
Yep. And it is legit.
1754. It's definitely...
It's the F4, which if you look in like the 3rd or 4th page of your Ducks Unlimited magazine, there's like a whole big...
Probably.
Yeah, I know because I was looking at it today at work.
If you've ever seen any of Freddie King videos, there's probably an Excel in it.
Yeah, and it's legit.
With a Mud Buddy, which I got.
It's a legit layout.
Yeah,
I got Mud Buddy 40 horse.
I didn't get the Pro haul. I just got the F4, the regular haul. I do like it. It's got an upgraded haul in it. It's definitely different to drive, being it's a mud motor like.
Yeah. And for like people who don't know, like mud motors aren't the norm here because we have the Ohio River, the Kanawha River.
I know of
the many tributaries.
Like legit mud motors. I know of one other boat, a Havoc with a gator tail.
Brandon's brother had that Swamp 40 on the back of that 17-foot tractor. Brandon's had two. But they're longtail, not like what yours is.
But are they home kits?
No, the Swamp 40 wasn't.
So, but like what's Brandon's?
And then Brandon had. He had two. He had one that was a kit, and then he had another one that was like a 22 horse, I think. And it was one that he called the Harley. It sounded like it had a super loud exhaust on it. It sounded like literally a chopper coming down the creek. And then his brother's got like one of those PPF wood duck kits on the back of his county line, 10-foot county line.
But there's a big difference when those long tails versus those freaking.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, like I was telling you, like some of those long tails have a 6 foot, literally a 72-foot long tail, which like you need, like if you're, like you don't need the quick turning radius if you're on the Delta in Louisiana. You know what I mean? If you're turning, you know what I'm talking about.
Know where, like
if you're turning like through that big grass, like just making big open turns and stuff, you don't need the tight turning radius like we do in these narrow creeks and different things that we have here. So, I mean, you give up a little bit of maneuverability with a long tail. They're solid. There's nothing wrong with them. But like, I'm interested because I've never been around Mud Buddy like yours.
And here's the thing: they're like, yes, it is louder, but it's not.
It's not that much louder.
No, it's really not. It is louder, but you can still carry. Like, I don't know where my boat was.
Like that motor's the same thing that's on my zero turn.
I don't think it's like
it's pretty close.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is like I don't really know if it's like that much louder than what it is going down the river with just a normal outboard.
Yeah, I don't see it being that much worse. And
it goes
and what if it is louder? Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, you're not the one thing you're not supposed to do is rally ducks. So the only reason why you want a quiet motor is if you're trying to rally ducks or something. Like you shouldn't be. You should be in your spot, set up, and ready to go. That's why I don't understand why people complain about how loud they are. I mean,
I think in Arkansas it's a matter of people figuring out where you are.
No, I don't think that has anything to do with it.
You don't think people like, oh man, there's that loud Mud Buddy. He's back there. He's back there in such and such hole.
No, let's I really want to phone a friend, but Forrest is probably busy. But no, I don't think that has anything to do with it. I don't think anywhere in there does that really involve.
I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Now I wonder.
Just ask him next time you talk to him.
I will. But I don't think it has any. They run out. There's more mud motors than they are outboards.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, but how many of them are running like modded exhaust and stuff now? Like that's
illegal. It's illegal.
I know, but how many of them are?
I don't know. That's a bullshit law though in Arkansas.
Yeah.
I'll take up for the guys who have the modded exhaust. If you can mod a freaking outboard to run like a 50, you can.
Yep.
That's what I don't understand. So like, I have a 40 horse. They go all the way up to 37. There's guys modifying a 37 horsepower, like
a 37 horse B twin, like what's on the back of your, like a twin cylinder.
Yeah, they're not the same as what I have out there. Like it's a different motor. Like it's a different, like either fuel injected in or something like that. I don't know the rules. I'm not a motor guy. I do know this motor will be a little less complicated to work on if you have issues because it's like a lawnmower engine. There's a lot more likely you can find a person that can fix it.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a difference in them. But there's guys taking and modifying those. And like, I don't know why you would. Like, I mean, like I was talking about earlier, like I've seen videos where guys are talking about, hey, you like change this spark plug, this sprock out for this other sprock, like change the size of your gears and stuff, gear it up, gear it down.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, screw that. I don't want that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's what you're going to use it for. I mean, it's all depending on what you're going to use it for.
I mean, I'm not trying to outrun anyone to a hole. I don't care. Like I get 30 miles an hour in that thing, just like I did in the Havoc. So I'm good. Yeah. Most duck boats around here don't.
And we don't race anybody.
No. I mean, if you beat me to that hole, you can have it for the day. Sure. I've got other ones I can go to.
Yeah.
Most of the time we're first ones to the ramps. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And it's not that crowded, I don't think, in a lot of spots we hunt. If it's getting crowded in that area, we move to a new area that's not crowded.
I mean, realistically, there's like, 10 groups?
No, there's probably more than that now. There's probably 20 groups that easily hunt 20 of the.
Like this immediate area.
There's probably 30. There's probably 30 if you go from lock off all 3
Well,
locks.
I'm not talking that. I'm talking just like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
know what I mean?
20 to 30.
Yeah.
20. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but yeah, 20 to 30.
Yeah.
In that area. Everybody's like, oh, it's not a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot when you don't have any ducks.
Yes, it does.
When you're the number 2 worst waterfowl state in America.
When you pretty much miss every time you have an idea to set up. But that was one thing that we've talked about, that we've learned, correct days, where to hunt, how to hunt.
Yeah.
We've both made those mistakes. I'll try and the goal this year is to not make that mistake. If I don't kill a duck, at least if I'm like hunting big water, because it's the type of day to hunt big water, then yeah, that's where I want to be. So yeah, but the boat's here. It's excited. I'm actually going to go out when it should be getting dark when we leave here. So I'm going to turn on the headlights. Haven't turned them on yet. I don't know how bright they are.
Man, that thing's probably pretty bright.
It should be pretty bright. I haven't turned it on yet, so I do want to test it out. But yeah, man, it's
a rig, dude.
Yeah, it's a rig. It's gonna get the job done. I'm excited. I'm pumped to have it. It's definitely a big fan of the no water cooling system. I've always had a panic attack. My water pump's gonna go out and stuff.
Yeah.
So not having that issue will be a good thing.
Yeah, and it's a bad feeling whenever it quits squirting water.
Yeah, it's a scary feeling.
Yeah.
Whether it's mud, frozen, or whichever, that's not an issue now. I do have a cover coming, a really nice cover by a guy. I'd give him a shout out if I remember who it was. When I get it in, we'll definitely give him a shout out. It'll be here in October. He said he's about 4 weeks on the lead time.
Yeah. It should be good till then.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna be warm till then, so we're gonna be solid.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where we're at on the boat, and we're kind of keeping stuff going and everything, and trying to keep rolling with the podcast and stuff as we go through this season. I got plans for a lot of interviews and stuff with different people. Got some people, trying to get some people lined up. Got some pretty interesting people lined up. So it should be fun. Did order a really key piece of equipment that I'm excited for. Do you know what it is? I told you about it. We almost.
Oh yeah, I almost bought it.
Yeah, you almost bought it because if I've ever text you, sometimes I don't pay attention when I'm typing.
Yeah.
Or how I word. I ordered a Yeti bucket.
Yeah.
For hunting outfields.
Yeah.
For a stool, man.
That was a solid addition to
A-frame hunting. I gave Harrison complete shit last year while we hunted. By the end of the hunt, I was like, man, I wouldn't mind one of those. Like, I'm wearing enough clothes. I don't need a padded seat. I don't really need a back. It's the perfect height. And you can use it. You can double it as your blind bag.
Yeah, that's my most. I mean, that's what I like about it because, like my regular blind bag is that Sitka timber pack, which is great for, if you're in the woods. It's great, and it's not bad.
I love that pack. It's just the fact that it's kind of really expensive, so that's why I don't have one.
Yeah, and it's a great bag for hunting out of an A-frame too. It's just, it's a backpack, so you're dealing with backpack problems where it's tall. It wants to lean over and fall over and stuff all the time. And for me, the Yeti bucket's, I think, just a little. Throw your bag of shells in there, and then a couple pair of gloves.
But man, but man, I do love that Sitka backpack.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the price, I'd probably have one over my go-to bag. I like my go-to bag though.
I like the Tangle Free bag.
I don't like the pit line that like as some people have. I don't like that line. I'd rather have my go-to
the
bag.
flat one. Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I like it too.
I don't like it.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't.
I think it's a pretty solid bag.
Nah, I disagree.
I got a shell belt.
A shell belt?
Yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to try it, see if I liked it. Well,
see, with YouTube, you can see the stupid look I just gave him because
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Is because whenever I wear waders and hunt, I got used to wearing the shells clipped.
Harrison, how many shells? I tell you, I'm taking 15 shells every hunt. If I need more than that, then I've got.
I know. I'm just saying, in the field, I don't have anywhere to clip my thing that goes on my waders. So I thought, man, it'd be nice to not have those all in my pocket.
How many of these do you own? How many of these boss bags do you own? You were just talking about how you had so many that you actually had them labeled 12 gauge and the shot gauge.
Nate, it's kind of irrelevant at this point. It doesn't really matter that much.
Dude has a boss store in his house.
I mean, I don't have any 410 or 10 gauge. But I got rid of my 10 gauge. So
I'm surprised you don't have a 10 gauge.
I got rid of my 10 gauge. I still have 10 gauge shells.
I know. I'm surprised you don't have another 10 gauge yet.
Hey, if I could find what I wanted, I would. I want the Remington, I think. I don't know. The Browning's good too.
Nah.
Yeah, dude. There's just something special about.
I'll take a 410. I hate 410s though. Nah, I'll keep my 28. 28 and 12.
28.
28 and 12.
I like my 20 gauge a lot. Truthfully, like, as far as anything goes, that 20 gauge is a lot of fun.
Waste of money.
Yeah, it's fun to shoot.
28 or 12, that's all you need. That's what you're going to shoot. That's what you're going to run.
Yeah, I like the 12. I like my 12 gauge a lot.
But so we're gonna kind of move towards my favorite subject, Harrison's least favorite subject. I'll say
it's not my least favorite. I just don't know anything about it.
Yeah, you do.
Probably more than I think, but I just
don't. You probably do. We're gonna talk a little bit of media. I shared a post the other day, and I talked about how Apex is stepping up their game.
Yeah.
So I do work for a guy on the side and stuff, and he was in with a guy who we did a video clip, this in the Apex, and I knew when I'd heard who was working there, it was a waste of time. And it was just because the video wasn't the same quality that I knew was going to be coming out of those guys.
That they wanted.
Yeah. I mean, look, first off, Cal Jones is there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, he's going to have a very high expectation for that company.
Yeah. The guy, I mean Kyle.
Look at the media. Look at the media come out of.
Is a good photographer on his own.
Yes. And that's just like one guy. They're gonna bring the heat with their guys.
Yeah.
I actually heard a podcast the other day, and you can really get on this subject probably, because we see it all the time when it comes to like clickbait photos and stuff.
Ugh.
But the fact that like the amount of media that gets stolen from real photographers, like I wish some of my stuff got stolen. I wish I was that good that my stuff was getting stolen.
Yeah.
It's not. Hopefully one day it does, and then I can really bitch personally about this. But I do watermark all my stuff, and I have it all saved in a file and stuff. And I've heard where guys have had to like send messages and be like, "Hey, this is mine. This ain't this person's." But the amount of media that gets stolen by people. Now we're saying that in the same time of, if you work for somebody, that's no longer your media.
Right.
So it's a very vague area where I think some people argue it.
Yeah.
So I'm shooting a wedding in October. So I'm missing a day of duck hunting for a company. I don't feel like I can use any of that media I shoot that is for them. Like if I shoot anything extra, I feel like that's mine. But also if it's in the realm of the wedding, they should get it anyway. So really that should all be theirs. Do you agree? Like, I mean, even though I'm the one shooting it, I'm being paid for a service from them. That's their media at the end of the day.
How are you going to distribute it though? Like, are you going to do a sneak peek on your WP page?
No, I won't. No, none of it will be posted through me. It'll all be posted through that company that's hired me. Nothing. I can't even I can probably post
And that's their stipulation?
No, I don't know if that's their stipulation. I'm not asked. To me personally, that should be their stipulation because they're paying me to be there to work for them. So why would I advertise my company?
Okay, I understand. I understand now. You're working with a photographer
I'm working with Company X. Company X is hiring me, not my company, hiring me to go work for them.
Okay.
At a wedding.
Okay, I'm with you.
And I've agreed to and I've agreed to it because, hey, it's all I have to do is shoot the wedding. I hand off all the video. They take care of the editing process.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Yeah. No, that's not your That's not your call to say.
Yeah, that's not my media. I say it's not. Like, me and someone had a discussion about that, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you could totally use that." And I was like, "I feel like I can't. That's not my media. That's not my stuff." Like, now if I go out with
if you are shooting something as Winter Productions,
yes, that's mine. I can use it however I want.
Yes. I get what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Man,
there's a slight stipulation in there, like depending on how your contract reads, because we were talking about this, like it was on Big Honker podcast, which I don't care. Everyone should listen probably to them because
that's the number one waterfowl podcast.
That is the number one waterfowl.
I know it is.
Yeah, they're like
I know which one you listen to too. I didn't get to finish it though.
It's like 3.5 hours long.
With Guggenheim.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I didn't get to finish it.
Yeah, it's very.
I haven't yet.
Yeah, that's like 3.5 hours long. It took me 4 days to finish it.
I like him and Toby Brolin. Like hunting with Cadillac Creek's on my bucket list. Like I would, Guggenheim's not with Cadillac Creek now. I think they're doing something different.
I don't know what he does,
which is fine because dude, guiding is hard. Like what those guys do is hard.
Miserable. I don't know whoever thinks that's a good podcast because they talk about guiding in Arkansas and stuff, and they talk about how the snow goose guides aren't from Arkansas. Like if you're an Arkansas guide, you don't care about snow goose for the most part. Like I say that when there's that one guy who has like the big TikTok. I can't think of his name.
I don't know.
Right now, everyone knows who he is. He's got like the Oaks Club or something.
All White Oaks?
Not White Oaks. They might snow goose hunt, but this guy has snow goose hunts himself.
I don't know.
He mainly duck hunts and stuff. But like, if you're a guide from Arkansas, you're a duck guide.
Well, yeah,
for the most part. There's definitely like a big difference in kind of like snow goose guiding and duck hunting guide. Like they talk about the one guy from Arkansas, which I don't know. Like apparently he has a Snapchat and he like talks complete shit, which I don't understand. Like that's just how he is. Apparently he's a horrible person, from what everyone who talks about the guy is.
Yeah.
But speaking of the guides, that's a great transition. And this is where like the media and stealing media is like, so like say I go hunt with you and we do really good because we're at your place. If I just steal all those and act like that was all on me, that's kind of bullshit. If I don't you don't care, but like think of it if I was guiding for you.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that is like the biggest bullshit. And that's why guides are like, it's kind of sketchy hiring a guide now, I feel like.
Yeah.
And I feel like you've got to vent. You've really got to vent a guide.
Yeah, you got to vet them, and that's where
because and
that's where just the other day, a guy I work with, he's trying to take a trip this year. He's just now booking it. I don't know what the thing is, but like he's just now trying to book it. And I said, dude, you're going to have a hard time getting booked with a good guide right now. And I said
this year, yeah.
I sent him the link to Split Read Media's preferred guide list or whatever, and it's people who have been vetted by the folks over at Split Read, who they say these are reputable, upstanding guides. Yeah, and I said, dude, pick where you want to go and call these guys. I said after that, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe I don't know if Ramsey Russell over at Get Ducks, I don't know if he has that many USA guides on his list or not.
You could get lucky if he was going. Is he going by himself?
I think it'd be like him and his dad or him and his wife or something.
2 people. He could get lucky and get into some places.
Yeah.
It'd be mixed. It wouldn't be a private group, which you understand that.
But like I don't see the appeal to that. Like I wouldn't want to go hunt with like me, my wife and a guide.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah,
but I like big hunts anyway.
You like meeting people too. You're very sociable.
Yeah.
I think that's one cool thing, and that's about hunting with places like Big Honker talks about it. But something you also have to realize though, even if it's a vetted guide, it can still go wrong. Like you can still be a bad hunt.
They're wild animals.
It's hunting.
They're wild animals. You can't like command them. I mean, you could if you had 600 pounds of corn you was dumping out every day. But
I talked about it on the podcast with Caleb.
Yeah.
That I did some filming for a company, which me and Caleb talked about it. And you know which company?
Yeah,
it is, and it was a very sketchy situation at a guide service, supposedly air quotes that there was a lot of this property is leased, this property is not leased, this property is huntable, this property is not huntable. Like, basically wasted a week in Ohio kind of ordeal, which Caleb's done the same thing, and we actually discussed whether it was the same place, and it's not. It's not close to each other, but that's kind of. I mean, you're gonna have that.
Yeah,
I mean, you're gonna have.
But yes, you're going to have bad experience. Like,
and I'm not saying
all guides and all outfitters have
I'm
bad
not
days.
saying that place was like
you can't
bad.
You can't make the birds do what you want to do.
Yeah,
but good guides and reputable outfitters put in the work, and they have a lot less bad days than guides who don't put in the work.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Completely.
And that's where you can build a reputable outfitter and lodge, or you can sink one.
Yeah. There's definitely like
the ultimate way to do it is like how they do it at Habitat Flats and just cultivate everything yourself, and it's all private property.
Yeah, but who's got
and build beautiful.
Have you ever priced how much it is out there?
Yes.
It is ridiculous.
I mean,
but
you're paying for the experience.
You're paying for the experience of most likely going to shoot your limit. Like
you're paying for the experience of you were going to shoot your ducks more than likely, and you were going to get fed and treated like a king the whole time you're there. And that's why it is how it costs. People, they can do their own diligence and look it up themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I would say Cadillac Creek and Big Honker both, you have a really good chance of shooting a bird.
You're going to shoot birds. I feel
maybe not limits, but you're going to shoot birds.
You're going to have bad days. I mean, like Toby on their Instagram page, like he has prided himself on being totally transparent.
Dude, and that's the thing about Big Honker, they are too, and it like drives me at the wall. Like they're very, and to move it over, like I don't know if any, like moving it over is. I think Heartland Waterfowl does a really good job.
Yeah.
In their show of being like, I've seen hunts where like they shot like 6 birds, 7 birds.
Yeah.
And like they'll basically tell you, but they fill the show and they make you with all this beautiful B-roll and cinematic feel to it that you really don't even care that they shot 7 birds and that's it.
Everybody's been on hunts like that.
Yeah.
And people who don't.
It's about telling the story. Anyone who says they shoot a limit every time they go out's a liar.
Yeah.
It's a liar. I'll be real
honest. I'll be real honest with you. I'd get bored if I shot a limit every time I went out. Because like we get so many, like we don't get very many super good days where we actually shoot limits. And that makes
I mean, let's be honest, like
we usually kill
speaking of that,
a few birds, but like nothing.
Habitat Flats. I would say Habitat Flats, those guides get to watch a limit shot every single freaking day.
Oh yeah.
I mean, full would you get tired of that? I'd be close. When duck season ends, I'd be done. I'd be ready to quit.
Yeah, but they don't. They go up to Canada.
They start in Canada.
They start snows up there.
They start in Canada and they come all the way down.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know because I don't think I would.
I bet in Canada they struggle so much when they get down here, they are ready to freaking kill birds.
See, I don't know. I don't think I would get tired of it because the part that I like about hunting waterfowl right now is duping the birds. I love fooling the birds now that I've become a decent caller. I'm not great by any stretch of the imagination compared to the people that are out there. But now that I've become a proficient caller, man, like my favorite part is like putting the birds where everybody can get on them and, taking care of business. And you as you got dogs, I would say that that's a big part of hunting for you.
Yeah. I
don't know if I would get tired of it. If I was a guy and I had dogs and I was doing all the calling and everything, I don't know if I would get tired of it.
Okay. I'm with you there. Like, I didn't think of it that way. I just thought of it as
like the shooting.
You're pretty much guaranteed you're going to shoot a limit every single day.
Yes, but here's the thing too. Like, if you had a bunch of guys who hunt twice a year and are not good shots, I would get annoyed pretty quickly. I think shooting clean up for them guys. You know what I mean? that would
But
get
that's
old.
a real thing. That's
That
a
would
real
get
thing.
old,
Dude, have you
me.
not seen?
And that's
some
one of the things like I respect the heck out of with Tony Vandemore, because that guy has been shooting 20 gauge and 28 gauge for a long time. And he takes
two guys that I know have been shooting 20 gauges for a long time. I would say it's him and Freddie King.
Yeah. And dude, they make good.
And
like
like-
it's not like they're shooting. Oh, it's not like they're shooting 20. Like I know Tony, like he is not shooting 28 gauge at like 30, 35 yards. He's taking like longer shots on honkers
Yeah.
and doing good, like making good shots with it. Like that's impressive. And
Yeah.
he's been doing that for a long time.
Now, okay, because we're getting closer to season. So something I like to do. There's two things I like to do. I like to go back and watch a lot of the duck chatter from Echo with Freddie King, Johnny Duck Hall,
Yeah.
and Rick Dunn, like, and all their guys and stuff. And like, if you go back and watch the older stuff on the public ground and stuff, man, it's freaking awesome. I don't like, and it's nothing against them. It's kind of more of, I don't like I don't mind their private timber hunts. I hate their private big blind hunts. It's just boring to me.
Yeah.
The only thing that's interesting is watching Freddie work dogs.
I don't get that hyped about shooting ducks in a timber. I mean, like,
No, and I'm not saying like
the way
they
watching
shoot
those,
ducks.
like watching those videos, like the guy,
the way they finish
my-
birds, and like you can learn. Like my thing is, you can learn. Let me get this out there. You can learn so much by watching when those guys call ducks, how they keep calling. And Rick Dunn, like, is a guy who I would say is a very
I mean, he's a world champion.
Yes, yeah. I mean, he knows
World champion caller, and he knows how to call ducks.
Yeah, I mean, like when they talk about calling them all the way to the water, like I hate when I'm hunting with somebody and they shut up on their call. And I'm like, dude, why'd you shut up? He was coming. Yeah, he's coming. No, like,
Yeah.
it's not turkeys. Like, you don't shut
put
up.
the call in your left hand and put the gun on your shoulder.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's one of the things I like about Rusty Creasy. He's the same way.
and Rusty Creasy's in a lot of those old videos.
Yeah, he's a dang good caller. I love his style, just the way he calls. Like he's like honestly one of the people like who is an inspiration to like how I call. Like I learned a lot from watching Rusty's videos, and he's good. And like I love he always tries. I think he always shoots ducks with a bow early in season.
They did a lot.
That's pretty cool. And like
It's funny to watch him miss though in the Echo.
It is, but I'll tell you what. I'll tell you the other thing I like about Rusty is like he is on his Instagram page. Like you can ask questions and stuff, and he's going to get back to you. He is a down to earth dude.
Quick question. Fun fact: does he get back to you like during an hour?
Not always.
Like no, like one. Not like the time frame. Like, does he get back within an hour? Like, is it during daytime, early morning, midday, afternoons? I asked this because
it's kind of midday.
Because Freddie King, if you ask Freddie King a question, there's a 99% chance he's going to answer it between. And this is Eastern. I'll give you Eastern time because I don't want you to do the math for that. 4 and 6 a.m. So that's 3 and 5. Yeah, that's 3 and 5 for him in Arkansas.
Dang.
Guaranteed, dude. That guy is up with it and moving in the morning.
Yeah.
He doesn't sleep in, dude. That dude is a go getter.
Yeah.
Man, I don't. I had another thought when you were talking about that. But another thing is like you're like say put the gun in your right arm. Like really, to me, like it's kind of fun to not like if you're calling to not shoot, like finish them yourself and then let those guys shoot, and then the next set, let this guy finish them. If he's having trouble, like help him out and stuff. Like I kind of like that. Like I kind of like watching people learn to finish birds and stuff.
Yeah.
I say that, but
I like calling, and then like especially like calling geese, like especially in early season when geese are like super dumb. And
they're super dumb, super chatty.
Yeah, and you could just honk, 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 honk. Just you can get them like they're like, oh, hey guys, what's going on?
Yeah, they're
They
pretty.
they start pitching over and like, what's going on, guys? Hey, holy crap! Boom, 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 boom. Man, it just gets my blood pumping. But like once them like the first few are like they're on the ground or their feet are like almost on the ground, I'm dropping my call and I'm getting my gun. And, and then I'm shooting. I'm shooting 2 in the air and one of them that's been on the ground for a minute if it's still moving.
You know, it's crazy though, the amount of times that like you watch like videos from guys and like shoot the ones like guys are shooting at the ones way up in the air and they're like shoot the one straight out in front of us.
Yeah.
Like how often people like, and I guess that is like semi like good that they're not a bird that landed should never get out, but like at least they're not like pie facing it and like stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think what happens a lot of time is people get so focused on the hide, and I've been guilty of this myself. Get so focused on hide, I'm like, man, I really, really, really don't want to flare these birds. I'm like, not even want to peek my face out. And
but that's not a bad thing.
And then I pop out, and I'm like, what ducks? Who called the shot? There they are. Crap. You know what I mean? Like that happens at least twice a year.
Yeah, but I mean, like, and honestly, whoever's calling the shot needs to kind of relay, like, hey, like two things I hate about calling a shot, and we'll kind of wrap up on this, is I hate someone that screams when they're calling the shot. Like, it literally drives me at the wall. There's no reason to scream. Like you can talk in a normal voice. I mean, there's
no one else is talking.
Yeah, no one else should be talking. All the calls should pretty much be down if you're the guy doing the calling. Because when you scream, you flare the birds. Half the time they don't know you're even there. If you're not screaming, then there's the whole like you needed like you're like, hey, there's about 5 down low. They're gonna land. Like, tell them where they're at. Like last year when we shot the black duck, we pretty much told Lindsay where that bird was.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, it's straight out in front to the right, to the left, setting on the ground.
Yeah.
Pull up and kill it.
Shoot the live duck that's on the ground.
Yeah. I mean, that's...
Yeah. But that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
And that's part of it. And I'm like, I'm talking the whole time. I mean, not the whole time I'm calling. Obviously, you can't do both. But like I'm calling out. I'm looking at birds. I'm like, okay, we got three low, and we got these 7 high. Once we can get them to break, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We talk back and forth calling.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like you got to have two guys that are really going to talk back and forth together. And I guess it works out really well when we're kind of farther apart.
Yeah.
Because then like we're talking loud enough, everyone's hearing.
Everyone's on the same page.
Yeah. When we are side by side, like it does help. I think when we're geese hunting, it's better when we're farther apart. Ducks, it's better when we're closer together.
Yeah.
Being that I don't like to call it ducks to finish them because I'm not a good caller. Geese, I'll finish geese. Ducks, I won't. I can finish ducks. I just don't finish them as pretty.
You don't have to. I'm not going to say what the secret tool is on them. But as long as you got that one secret weapon on your lanyard, like you can finish ducks easily.
Yeah. I don't have it on my lanyard.
Exactly.
90% of the guys don't carry them. That's all I'll say. I know last year after one hunt, 3 people I hunted with had it on their lanyard every time.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll just a little chatter and stuff. But that's gonna wrap up this podcast. I think we've went on for like 43 minutes. It is 9:00, so we're gonna wrap this up. I got some product photos to shoot tonight, podcast to edit.
Yeah,
busy day tomorrow at work. But we're ready for season. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
As always, you can find us over on all the awesome podcast places. Been popping up in the top corner on the video, but if you're not on the video, at Apple Podcast, you can find us there, Fins and Feathers Podcast. Then you head over to Spotify, Fins and Feathers Podcast. Go over to YouTube now. You're going to be able to find the video over there at Winter Productions, Nathan Winterstein. And it's a little funny thing why my name is in that. Ask Redneck Tech Watts in there. It's a little funny conversation. But yeah, it's been a fun ride. We're still going on down the road and we're moving along. So we'll see y'all next time. Got anything to add to that?
Yeah. People, these koozies are free.
Yeah, they legit are.
There is no hidden cost. There is no nothing.
And we're
give us a review, and we will give you a koozie.
And like legit, like you want to know what we're giving away? We're giving away a freaking goose call.
Yeah,
I promise you, it's $140 goose call. We're giving away brand new.
It's probably more than that, actually.
I don't know what they are now. It's sitting over in the
I
cabinet.
think it's more than
Brand
that.
spanking new. Someone's going to get that call.
Yeah.
Like
But you've got to leave the review.
we got to get 25 people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if your friends don't go do it, then we're not going to have the 25 people. We're not going to give it away. It's just plain and simple. We have 35 guaranteed listeners. Well, it's like a 35 like standard listening number.
Yeah, and
so,
we love our loyal listeners.
Yeah,
and that's why we're like trying to give
honestly,
back
you want to know who I hope wins this? I hope one of the guys from Washington or Oregon, because we have people. I don't know why we have people like don't stop listening. Let me start there.
Yeah, we need.
I'm terrified to fly on a plane, but Harrison will come hunt with you.
I love flying.
Yeah, I'm terrified to fly on a plane.
Dude, you'd like it.
Probably.
Just get you at the bar, get a few drinks in you before you're bored. You'll be fine.
Well,
for the first time.
I mean, I've got to.
You know what I mean? You'll be fine.
If I sober up halfway across, I have to be.
No. It ain't that long of a flight. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Get over there and rent a minivan. Be good to go.
Yeah. But all you gotta do is go leave us a rating, leave us a review, tag me on Instagram or Facebook, Winter Productions, Winter_Productions. We're going to work on getting some text and logos in the video so that we have our Instagram handles popping up in the video and stuff while we're going on. I'm still learning OBS, but we're moving along. So
yeah, and leave us some comments on YouTube, or wherever. Like if you like the kitchen layout here, or if you would rather
see the nice podcast table that's being built for 4 months now.
Yeah. Well, it's a work in progress. Clark.
Yeah, Clark. Yeah.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. Hopefully, he's getting very amped for season, but I need to get him focusing on that table and tell him I'm gonna take care of the season part.
Yeah, who could not be in for season right now?
Yeah, I know it's coming up.
It is gonna be right on us.
Hopefully, we'll soon be having some ads rolling on here and stuff. But yep, it's rolling along. So we'll see you guys next time. And we're out of here. Peace.